Alam mo kung madadalas yung pambubugbog sa'yo, sana naman matuto kang gumanti,
Tanggol ng mga patalo, Z-Boy!
Natuwa ako kasi exaggerated siya, pero maganda. Tapos, napakita na doon kung na funny yung movie, yung film. Pinakita din doon yung iba-iba niyang themes. Firstly, sa adults, parang nire-release niya yung inner child mo, ganun. Second, sa kids din, syempre. Kasi parang ngayon, wala nang nagpapatintero masyado. Yung marketing nila sobrang solid eh. Tapos, so, kinulan na siya. Para sa akin, yung hindi pag-recognize sa indie films, kapwa Filipinos, parang masakit kasi bilang isang aspiring filmmaker, gusto mo na ang unang tatangkilik sa gawa mo yung kapwa Filipinos mo, di ba? Kasi ngayon parang natangkilik nila foreign na series, foreign na films, ganyan. Mas doon sila kaysa sa indie natin. Sana hindi natin tignan yung film, yung identity nila as kung saan sila nakakategorize, ganyan. Tignan din natin yung artistic value and kahit hindi sikat yung film, dapat panoorin pa din natin kasi pinagtuunan pa din ng pansin yun. Dahil na mga indie films.
Kailangan natin!
America!
That hurts.
Room service. Miss Porter, you're American, yes? Tumawa to? Hindi to nalubela to ang buhay to!
Watching, I felt like if other people watched it, they'd be able to relate. Kasi, syempre, here in the Philippines, it's common to a lot of people. Yung American dream na yun, of being able to go to the United States. Parang siyang sense of fulfillment if yun na nakapunta doon. Kasi, when you ask a lot of people, like, where do you want to go? Syempre, sagot na lang, America. So I think this film represents the Filipinos' American dream. I think a lot of people in the Philippines aren't exposed yet to that kind of genre. What the media promotes, yung mga films na yung puro patawa lang, wala siya masyadong substance, like just to make people laugh, but yung plot ng film is like just super simple. Like the media wants to cater mostly to the masses. To effectively promote this, kailangan nila yung paunti-unti nila gagawin.
Initially, you can define the difference as when you say a mainstream film, you have a big studio backing you up. You have funds to make your films, and you have a studio system that has celebrities that you can easily access the stars that will star in your film. When you say independently produced films, it's about people who are so passionate in making films. Like for example, you have an extra 1 million pesos in your pocket and you want to support a filmmaker who's not part of the studio system to make his film. So you venture into that. Independent filmmaking has been happening. Like, I think it was Fernando Poe Sr. who was first ever independent film producer and filmmaker in the history of Philippine cinema. He's not part of any big studios like LVN Sampaguita. He started his own films and then eventually he grew into what he is now. When you are an independent producer, it's really kayo lang na nagpo-produce. Since bago pa lang yung system, so you don't know where to get cameras, you don't know how you can tap actors that you want to get in your film. But now we're in these interesting times when studio stars themselves are looking to be part of the independent film communities. Like John Lloyd are aching to produce independent films. So now it's kind of like things are joining forces. The community are joining forces to produce films. So nabiblur na yung line between mainstream and independent films. So it's really about making good films after all. Technology is already there. Big studio producers are also producing independent films na rin. We're living in an interesting times. And you have a choice if you want to venture into independent filmmaking as well or join the big studio to make mainstream films. And if you say mainstream films, usually these are formula films. Doesn't mean that this is just the film that they want to do, but it's simply because these are films that are being watched by the audience. It sells. If you have a product that sells all the time, you don't want to change that, right? It is my wish that every audience will be inspired, will be moved emotionally, get this emotional high if they watch my films. And at the same time, I know that film is a very powerful tool for social change because I'm doing documentary films. I make my films for my audience. So I try to make films that would be understood by high school students, by children. I think that if I want to change the world, of course, I might as well encourage people to be part of that change. So what a better way than to speak to them through my films. Well, don't be afraid. I mean, if you're very serious about about independent filmmaking, mainstream filmmaking, it doesn't matter. But don't be afraid to challenge yourself, to make a good film that would inspire people and that would help this country.
Kaya mga bata, abay, supportahan na mga independent films.